In ancient Rome, it was common to literally throw away unwanted babies before naming them, and the practice wasn't frowned upon. Did this occur all over the ancient world during that period in history? It was common enough in late Victorian London for young constables to be on the lookout for it. Shoreditch Police Station was my first posting. The first patrol of Metropolitan Police took place from there in 1829. We had a display of old pocketbooks from the archives. I found one that described a probationary constable's duties on the City Road and Hoxton beat in 1897. The same beat I was on in 2002. Wenlock Basin, Hoxton, London. First job on early turn, 0500 to 1700, was to check the length of Wenlock Basin and City Road Basin, two wharves running off the Regent's Canal for bodies. Early turn were especially told to look out for discarded babies, which because of their small size may be confused for regular flotsam. Unwanted newborns from King's Cross, Camden, Pentonville and Islington would be dumped in the canal and collect at the foot of the basins, or else float on down to Limehouse, where another probationer would be searching the locks. The bodies of adults and grown children would be checked for obvious and suspicious injury. If very obvious, a murder would be reported to CID. If you couldn't find any injuries, you tried to identify the deceased by clothing, name tags or letters and sent the body to Bow coroners, where most often a ruling of death by misadventure was recorded, especially if alcohol was found in their system. Babies under a certain length and weight, about 6 months of age, more if severely malnourished, which was common, were taken straight to Bow coroners. Those without obvious injuries were ruled unexplained infant mortality, without more than a cursory examination. Those with obvious injuries were recorded as infanticide, and the investigation ended there. They went into mass graves in the Lea Valley with the paupers and unclaimed. Infant mortality from disease and complications, a regular feature of home births back then. Many of these babies would not have survived, but churches wouldn't bury children from unwed parents, a common cause itself for the disposal of the child. Many wouldn't take in unbaptized children, and many wouldn't baptize a child under 6 months because of the likelihood and cost of burying so many. So the canal became the depository for the unnamed and unwanted who didn't make it through their first few months. Of course, with the total lack of investigation by police or coroner back then, or particular interest from the church, families and local authorities, the number of those babies smothered, shook, beat or starved to death will never be known.